guys? Onward here, Talking in Traffic, episode 44. And here at Talking in Traffic, I just want to talk about my thoughts, what's going on in my life, as a document, as a record of my journey along the way through this fun adventure called life for my family and friends. And today I want to talk about love. As a kid, I kept asking myself, what is love? Maybe it's a weird question to ask as a kid, but I wanted to understand, why do people get married? Why do people do the things they do? What drives them to do the things they do? And so love applies to a number of different things. Hobbies, your significant other, maybe your career, and what you do to make money, to make a livelihood. So first, the thing that maybe some people think most when they think about love is their significant other. So I thought, okay, how will I know when I love someone? And I didn't really get this until I was older, and I was asking myself this question in elementary school, maybe second, third grade. So who knows? Maybe my kids are asking themselves the same thing and never thought to ask. So for me, love is the adoration of someone, and also the ability to sacrifice any amount of joy, of entertainment, of comfort for that person without losing any excitement for that person, without losing any of that endearment for that person. So an example is you fall, I would fall in love with my wife, and it wouldn't matter if I was spending less time with my friends or spending less time doing hobbies that I was taking on, whether it was DJing or going out dancing. I just wanted to spend time with her, and it didn't matter that that I was sacrificing things that I like to do or that I even love to do. I just wanted to be with her, and I would do whatever it took to keep her happy. So to me, that's love, right? And it's also a little bit of a two-way street, hopefully. Hopefully you love someone who loves you like you love them. If you don't, and they don't love you as much as you love them, then they could fall in love with you over time, depending on your persistence, or it just wasn't a match. There's no chemistry there, and you get heartbroken and you have to move on. So that's romantic love, right? Interpersonal love. So then there's love of hobbies, love of something that drives you, that keeps you going. So same thing. It's an activity that you really want to do, that you can't live without, right? That you miss it, that almost defines you, that you identify with. And also it's something that gets you out of bed in the morning, or keeps you going over on the weekends or in the afternoons or in the evenings. If it's painting or sewing or reading, writing, some kind of outlet that allows you to go do something, brewing beer, making models, painting models. It's something that drives your curiosity, but also that you could spend hours and lose yourself in that time that you're doing whatever you're doing that you love. It's pretty similar to romantic love, right? So you want to do it, and you will find time to do it. And if you don't find time to do it, then you feel almost incomplete. And once you do it, you feel whole again. You feel fulfilled. You feel like everything is right in the world, and that missing piece of yourself in that puzzle in your mind has been filled, and you feel like you've completed the day and you've done something right for yourself. So that could be working out, fitness, working on your body or your mind, doing some yoga, whatever it is, that hobby of love, that labor of love, if you will, is something that you would gladly do no matter the sacrifice. So another example here is, let's say you had a hobby, any of the hobbies that I've listed, and they, it's something that drives you, right? That you love to do, and it's late, it's 11 o'clock, and you have work the next day or you have school the next day, and you just wanted to do that one thing that made you feel complete, whether it's reading or writing or sewing or painting with models or putting together something. And then you go and you spend some time doing that. You sneak in a half an hour or an hour to do it, and you feel fulfilled, right? And then you find yourself, wanting to do more of that during the weekend, and then you feel further fulfilled, right? It could be travel, it could be camping, it could be sitting in the backyard observing nature, watching birds, collecting insects, reading about insects, and you just immerse yourself in it. So in the spare time that you have in a day, you're sacrificing sleep, or you're sacrificing other types of enjoyment, watching TV or anything else, to do that hobby of yours or that passion of yours. And so that's that labor of love. And then finally, hopefully you're lucky enough to find something that you love to do that gives you a livelihood. And this is probably the hardest thing that I've struggled with. And this is something that my wife is fortunate enough to have found. And so she found that civil engineering is something she loves to do. And so she took the time when she was in college to experiment with a number of different things, being a nurse or going into computer science, going into business. And all of these things didn't really speak to her. She didn't feel complete when she did it. But then she discovered civil engineering and building bridges, and she thought that this path was a love for her and something that really completed her personality. And so she's been lucky enough to find a job with the city, and working through it, she sacrifices her time in the day when she could be doing something else. She sacrifices vacation hours, and she sacrifices time with her family to do this job because it fulfills her. It makes her happy, and also the people she works with are pretty awesome too. So, she really enjoys that. So it's the whole package. Doing something that brings you a livelihood for 8 hours a day. Hopefully, you find something that you love to do. For me, I've been working with marketing technology for the last over a decade or so, and it's been fulfilling. For me, it's been fulfilling monetarily, and it's been awesome. I got to meet and work with a lot of very cool people, and made some really long-lasting, lifelong relationships now. And it's been good, going to conferences and learning and growing. And now I'm on that journey with real estate, and so now I'm putting in some investment in growing my network in real estate, and now I need to go to conferences and network with people there. So I find that my passions are shifting, and that I spend that extra time in the day to feel fulfilled when I'm learning more about real estate, and when I'm surfing the Bigger Pockets forums and reading about real estate, and then also listening to podcasts on the way to work, and now making this vlog, and maybe it'll turn into a podcast. But this is yet another passion, another source of inspiration for me that I would gladly sacrifice for, and am not losing any enthusiasm. So moving over to real estate while keeping my day job in marketing technology is something that I'm enjoying doing, and it helps put food on the table and give my family and I a nice life. So figure out what you love. Take some time to really ask yourself some hard questions. What are you good at? What do you want to be good at? And what can you do? So those 3 things will help you find what you love, what you can love to do, and then also it will help you along the way to fulfillment. Once you find that thing that you want to do, right, then you just go chase it and you'll be happy no matter what. This also goes into a later episode where I talk about expectations versus reality. What did you expect versus where you are? What you expected as a kid growing up, and then where you are today. And then you want to kind of see where you put those benchmarks and how they might have been moonshots, but then you landed among some stars, and now you just need to leapfrog and keep on going. So have a great day. Take care, guys.